Dee 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 dee. Keto living is the life for me. Coffee, cooking, and recipes. Spending my days with my doggies. So be a sport. Set your alarm for Wednesdays.
There
for
is my
the
happy
Warden's
boy.
Report.
Hey, buddy. Welcome to the Warden Report. Wow, another week. Sorry last week's was delayed. So what had happened, I've heard two different stories. So all of a sudden, our internet went out Tuesday afternoon about 3:30. And thankfully, Heath was off work on Tuesday, but he's missing today, Wednesday. So anyways, some of the neighbors said it's because Comcast is in the subdivision. They've been laying, I don't know if they have fiber or what, but they're digging up everybody's yards and putting something in. And so somebody said they hit a line because they all are like, nobody in the subdivision likes them. They're complete morons. They don't know what they're doing. They're trashing everybody's yard. Like, tell me if y'all, I don't know, maybe this is how you feel. But in my subdivision, so many of the neighbors, like, freak out about their freaking yard. Like, it's, like, the yard is the end-all to be-all. Like, their yard has to look a certain way. And, you know, they, like, freak out if, you know, your yard doesn't look good. You'll get letters. And it's a yard to me. I mean, honestly, if I had my way, I would go for more of, like, a natural woodsy look. Like, I've already got about, I know at one time 14 trees, but I think I had to have a couple taken down because they died. So we're just gonna round and say I have 10 plus trees in my yard, right? A lot of trees, but it's that, you know, commercial grass. I would love just regular, like you would walk into a forest, right? And brush and all that. That would be fine with me, you know, where you wouldn't have to mow it constantly. Anyways, I like that look. I think it's better for the environment. I'm not going to get into, like, being an environmentalist, but I just think it's a better system than these commercial grass look. But the people in my subdivision would absolutely freak out if you even suggested that to the HOA, that, hey, we want to have natural grass. Then they would, like, ah. Or even I've heard clover grass is supposed to be really good. Nope, can't do that either. You have to have HOA approval, and they only allow a certain grass. Anyhow, you can tell my disdain, right? And I'm sorry, if you are new here, this is the Warden Report. Go ahead and subscribe, because if you'd like to hear me rant about various things, whether it's health issues, money things, or subdivision, or whatever else, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. So, yeah. So anyways, the Comcast guys have been installing, I mean, I've seen where they tore up, like, part of our yard. Well, it's like there's a yard that the neighbor and I share between our between our driveways. There's like a strip of grass. It's really his, because we basically cemented ours over to have an extended driveway. So yeah, I saw where they had, you know, dug up there, but I didn't think it looked horrible. I mean, how else are they supposed to put lines in? They have to dig it up, and eventually grass will grow back. I don't know. I guess it's just not on my worry list. Like, it's just like, they'll take care of it. But anyhow, so some of the neighbors were saying that they hit a line and the fiber internet was cut, supposedly. When I search and I do AT&T fiber outage and I just put in my zip code, it says it's out. But if I sign in to AT&T, it says no outages. So I called, and they're like, yeah, we don't see any outages, so we'll just send a tech there this morning, sometime between now and noon. And it's almost 10. So anyways, they said, no, we don't see any outage. We'll send a tech to your place. It's probably just a coincidence. But several of the neighbors, you know, in the little Facebook group, They all said no. They called, and AT&T said, yeah, we were told the line was cut, and we have repairmen that should have it fixed within 24 hours. One of them said by midnight last night. That obviously did not happen. So who knows? I was already taking today off because, as you saw, Sam's there. Hey, bud. Oh, now he's finally laying. The whole ride, he has been up just observing everything. But had to take Sam to get his shots and get more of the Advantage, the flea, and heartworm medicine. So I'm here at the place I adopted him. Oh, the animal shelter. So they have a clinic, and I have priced it out even to, there's one called Texavet, and they're supposedly, the low-cost vaccines and everything. And even this place, they're like, look, if you need to go right away, here, go to this place. They have low cost. And another one is, it's a big, feed store. I forget. But it's like a feed and country store. You probably know what it is. It's like a national chain. I just forget the name because I never go there. But when I check those, they're still about $50 to $80 higher. I'm budget conscious. I thought about switching him to the vet that Delilah has, but that would be even more money. That would have been another $80 to $100. So I take him here. It's $150, but it's all his yearly vaccinations and 6 months of the flea and heartworm medicine. So he'll be all set, and then in 6 months, I just come back over here and grab another 6-month supply. So he should be good to go. The only thing is, it is cash only, which makes sense because they don't want to pay the credit card fees, which is something I've been learning about on the financial stuff. So I'll kind of dive into that a little bit. So this is interesting to me. So they said that, any place that accepts credit cards, well, the credit cards charge them a fee, which I always knew that from, when I've had my own business before. It, varies 3 to 5% depending on which credit card company. And that's why, American Express is the highest. And that's why you don't see a lot of businesses accept American Express because they're so high. Visa and MasterCard, I think they range between 2 and 3%. So when you go out to eat and stuff, you think, oh, I'm getting this, burger for $10. But you're thinking, oh, and I'm supporting this local company by paying them $10. But then they have to give that percentage if you're paying with a credit card back. So then they only sell it. They're only making, $9.40 off of it. But then when somebody pays cash, then, yeah, they get the full 10, but then it's kind of like a double-edged sword, because if they do accept credit cards, the business has already marked up the price to adjust for that. And so, therefore, if you are paying cash, in a way, you're overpaying, because that business that accepts the credit cards knows that most people will use a credit card, so therefore they adjust the price. And this couple channels I listened to were saying that's why you're going to see more and more small businesses go to a cash only model, because then they're not having to pay those fees, or they'll give a discount if you pay in cash. So I have seen places that will say, oh, pay in cash, get 10% off or something, which I always try to, do that, because, money is money. And I have seen, a lot of food trucks and stuff are cash only. And I remember before, I would get kind of upset. I'm like, oh, I have to have cash? And now I understand, and I'm like, okay, yeah, I want to go someplace where then hopefully the business, is usually a small business, gets more money, and it's not costing me extra because they're not having to pay those fees. Anyways, your thoughts on that? Hi, baby. Are you happy? We're here early. Hi. Oh, you're so sweet. He's so cute. So, yes, we are here early. It's about I say about 30 minutes. It's 20 to 30. It's Houston. It's not by distance. It's all by time. And sometimes you don't know because of traffic. So that's why we say 20 to 30, but could be 45. Um, because you never know with the traffic. So today I actually made it in 20 minutes, but I left about an hour early because you never know, and I don't want to be like rushing, especially when I have precious cargo. I don't want to be erratically driving and hurt my little precious cargo. So anyway, so yeah, we're here early. That's fine with me. And then, so I'm going to take him to get his shots. He was so excited earlier, so I had to put his harness on, because I'm like, why was I keeping it on him all the time? Because it's not like we go everywhere all the time. So I put it back on today, and he like flipped out, like was almost doing flips in the house, and was like, I wouldn't say whimpering, but you know, like that sound, like he was just so excited. And so then we had to separate him and Delilah, because then Delilah's like, oh, I want to go too. What's going on? Put one on me. So he'd have to take Delilah, which was fun. And then I put the harness on. I don't know how well I did, y'all, because, yeah, I'm not, it's just, there's all these straps everywhere. And I should label and be like, okay, this is head, this is tail. This goes here, this goes there. I don't know. I think it's not correct, but it worked. So, yes, put that on him. He was so happy, but I bet when we go in here, he's going to recognize the smell and be like, oh, why did you take me here? But afterwards, we'll go get a pup cup, and that'll make everything better. So I hope y'all are having a good week. Look, my hair is just all kinds of disaster today, but that's okay. I'm gonna wash it tonight and I'll be good. And then I've got my 3/4 sleeves on because it's chilly. It says it is 54 outside. Ooh, loving it. Let me know how is it where you're at. How's the weather? Hey y'all, another grocery haul. So we went to Kroger. If you have a Kroger, well, now the special's already over by the time you hear this, but they have prime rib roast for $3.97 a pound. It's one per Kroger card. So Heath and I, this is a tip, Heath and I each have our own Kroger card because of things like this. So we will always, you know, he could get it one line, I get the other. So for example, this was almost an 8-pound one. Originally $11.99, look, $91. Then they had it, if you don't have the digital deal, it would have been $6 a pound, which is pretty good. So $45 for almost an 8-pound rib roast. And I always try to find one with a lot of marbling and not as much of a fat cap on it, because I don't want to pay for the weight of a fat cap. So that one is pretty good. And then this one I thought was, look at that nice fat cap on it. I thought that was a good fat cap. A little bit of marbling. Not as much of the fat as, like some of them, the fat cap was like 2 or 3 inches thick. And this one, again, it was a little over 8 pounds. Now they are bone in, and some people have a thing, whether it's select or choice. I never could tell a difference, so anyway, so we each got one of these for $3.97 a pound. And then we also, they had ground beef, the 80/20, on sale for $2.97 a pound if you buy the 3-pound chub. So it was $8.91 for 3 pounds. So we got each one of those. And then we had discount. So he loves these country style ribs. And there was 2 packages discounted. So I thought that was a good deal. And then they have the Cook's ham for 89 cents a pound. Look, that's a $2.10 off per pound. So this was only, you know, like 5 something for the whole thing. So this would be perfect. Like he said, he could cut it, have it for his breakfast. And then the other things I got, So if you have dogs, go in the Kroger app. They have buy 2 of these Beggin 16-ounce containers, or 6-ounce containers, sorry. You get $6 off. So we got the 2, they were $3.69 each. So we actually only paid 69 cents for the 2 bags, because $6 off. I mean, that's really cheap. I'm sure that the ingredients are probably full of crap, but it's a treat. It's not like every single day, all day long. For 69 cents, we're good. And then I saw this marked down. I love this brand. And it's clean ingredients. It's just spreadable cheese. That's a little over half off. I think they're normally like $4.99. And then the butter, the 2-pack butters are $5.49. So that makes it a $2.75 a pound. So definitely grab those. And then they have this 2.5-pound chicken wings for only $5.99 on sale. So of course we grabbed that. We are probably going to make pizza and have some wings with it. And then, so sad, y'all. So the Kroger eggs are going up. They're now $7.89 for 5 dozen. It's still the cheapest around here. But, I liked when it was, almost $2 cheaper for a while. So, but go ahead and get it, because some people are saying it'll even go up even higher. But, and then I found this in their little discount. The Kavita for only $1.45, y'all. It's peach, so I ain't going to drink it, but Heath will like it. And that's our grocery haul. So for all of this, which I'm telling you, more than half of the cost was in the prime rib roast, or the rib roast, whatever you want to call it. So altogether, we spent $119. So over budget, but again, we got was 16 pounds almost of rib roast. That'll be lots of meals. These pork country style ribs, those are at least a couple meals each. And then this ham, I mean, $5 and something. I mean, I think overall for the meat prices, we're good. And we're going to try to do the no spend January. So definitely getting stocked up is helping us. So it is Wednesday. Oh my gosh, it is 3 o'clock, y'all.
Is it really?
I am finally having lunch and breaking my fast, which I know is past 60 hours. Maybe it's at 66. I don't know. It's in the 60s, y'all. But I'm really hungry. And honestly, my mistake today is I got a Dutch with the sugar-free syrups. And I could tell that really broke my fast, because like within an hour, I was feeling kind of like shaky. I don't know if you've ever felt like when you haven't eaten in a while and you kind of get the little shakes. Jittery. Kind of jittery. Nothing I couldn't just work through and just keep drinking water and get over it. But I was like, oh, Shelly, that was dumb of you. Why did you get the Dutch with the sugar-free syrups? So anyways, it's fine. I feel like a good 60 plus hours is excellent. And this week, I'm not supposed to really do anything stressing. So I shouldn't technically be fasting, but I think my body does okay with it. So what I made for lunch is a skillet pizza. It's hard to see everything, but there's bacon, there's pepperoni, there's 3 different kinds of cheeses, there's some veggies like jalapenos, onions, and bell peppers, and mushrooms, and then plus I sprinkled some of the radicchio and some cilantro on top. And then on the side here, we've got 4 chicken wings, and then some more of my radicchio, an avocado. In the middle is that Alouetta cheese. I thought that would be really good. And then, of course, I've got my fermented carrots, sauerkraut, and kimchi. And then on my wings, I'm going to use our fermented hot sauce, the Cooper's Inferno. It is so freaking good. And that's my lunch. All right, y'all. It is Wednesday evening, and I got hungry. We should just say no, but oh well. So I got another cup of coffee with some heavy cream. That's for my Nespresso. That's why it's so frothy. And then I just took 3 Purnell sausage, topped with some more of that Alouetta cheese, a little bit of cheddar, and then on top is fermented peppers. And then I've got some olives, and that's it. So that'll be dinner tonight. Hi, y'all. So it has been a day. I'm trying this new stuff I learned at work, and I'm just really slow. Like, it's 1:30 and I'm still working on this stuff. I mean, I've done some other things too, but anyhow. So, I am having my kefir with some flax seeds, and it's delicious. I'll probably eat in the next 30 minutes or so. I think I'm going to make a salad. That sounds really good to me. And yeah, so that's it. And I've just been, we had my team holiday party. So I set up the Elfster for our team, and we all showed what we got or opened our gifts on camera. A couple of the people just did gift cards. And so I got the 12 days of coffee. It's actually ground coffee. It's not the K-Cups. So that's exciting. And yeah, I'm just finishing up sending out some more presents to some special people. So I'm excited about that. Trying to get that done. And just, working on what I can for the rest of the day. And, so I hope you're having a good day too. For my lunch this Thursday, so what I've got is some radicchio at the bottom. You kind of see my olives there. There it is. And then I fried up some Duroc bacon. Let me know if you've tried that before. Also, the green there is some cilantro. And then I added my fermented carrots, kraut, and kimchi. And then also there's some pepperoni. And then, of course, I've got my avocado. And then my dressing today, since I fried up all that bacon, it had a lot of fat. So I combined the fat along with some apple cider vinegar and some salt, kind of whisked that together, and then poured it all on top before I added my ferments, because we don't want to heat our ferments or we lose a lot of those good probiotics, and that's why we're eating them, right? So yeah, poured it mostly on the radicchio, and that's it. It's dinner, y'all. So a few weeks ago, we got these chicken thighs on sale. I just did them in the air fryer. Simple, easy, quick. And I used to always bake chicken thighs, but it's cheaper to run an air fryer than an oven. So I'm excited to try these. They did come out really crispy, but on top I put some chimichurri, and also I put some more of that mango. So we marinated it in this mango sauce we found at Sprouts in the discount shelf. And so I poured some on top as well. And then we also have this hot sauce from St. Lucia. Really good. And then I made some air fryer sweet potato fries, and also that oladette. I messed it up. But that cheese I bought, some mushrooms, and a jalapeno. And then I'm drinking, this is that Aldi brand sparkling water caramel apple. It is so good to me. And then I'm also going to have one of my kombuchas. So I'm excited about dinner. It's Friday, y'all. I hope you're excited for Friday. How are you doing? What are your plans for the weekend? I know tomorrow there is some more. I'm going to do some more grocery shopping. I'm really trying to stay under budget. There's some good deals going on, so I'm going to be hitting a couple stores tomorrow. Like, for example, Joe V's, where I took y'all last week, is doing the leg quarters for 37 cents a pound again in 10-pound bags. So I'm like, ugh, we just bought 40 pounds of it, and Heath is like, yeah, but I'll eat them. So I was like, okay. So he wants one package because he wants to have that for his lunch next week. And I think he's going to smoke them all. I mean, $3.70 for a week's worth, 6 days of lunches. That's not even, what is that? About 60 cents a day. And so anyways, and that's if he eats the whole 10 pounds. He might not even, because he was like, oh, I think I'll just need one a day. So we'll see. But anyways, and there's some good produce deals, so I'm going to be doing that. And there's a couple things I want to get from Sam's as well. So, yeah. So we'll just see. I don't know. But anyhow, that's what's going on. It is, oh my gosh, it is almost noon, y'all. It's 11:40. Where's my day going? So, do I look alive? So I have my coffee here. Again, I'm still doing just the MCT oil, some butter, and then since I have it, some heavy cream that I foam up and put on top with some cinnamon or maybe some winter spice. Those of you who know. And I just have it like that. It's really good. So I'm enjoying it. Oh yeah. And my boss, so with my company, we did, just my team directly, we did an Elster gift exchange. And so yesterday we had the party for that. And my boss was the one who picked my name. And so she sent me, it's 12 Days of Christmas. And so today I told Heath, I said, just pull the bag out. And that's what we're going to use each day. So today's is Caramel Kiss. That's pretty good. Like, I like it. Very smooth. Not, I don't get any bitter notes. But, of course, you know, I've got all that fat in there. And that makes everything better, right? But very good. Because somebody else I was watching, I think some of you watched Dano as well. You know, he's a little much for me at times. I like more positive type of channels. Like, I really like Becoming a Farm Girl. She is so cute, y'all, and her channel is just a lot of fun. It's not keto, like, y'all, I watch all kinds of channels, but she has some good ideas, like how to save on groceries, and you know, the different things she does, and she does have different menu ideas. And now her father does eat keto sometimes. But anyway, so she has shown a couple of times where she'll adjust a recipe so that it doesn't have sugar. So, you know, it's in there. But anyways, I just think she's just fun, right? She's she's positive. Like, I watch her channel and I always go away with a smile. She's just fun to watch, right? And so, you know, you have those channels, and I love that kind of positive energy. Or some, like a couple of them I follow, Nicholas Fairfield. He's just very soft spoken. So it's just kind of like that relaxing tone. So I could just kind of watch that, focus on, well, I don't watch it, but I can listen to him, focus on work, and like lowers my stress, right? So anyways, yeah, so Dano, sometimes he's just a little too much for me. He really focuses like on kind of like doomsday kind of approach to things. I don't know. Maybe it's just he likes to have clickbaity titles, and I'm kind of averse to clickbaity. So some of his titles, you're like, oh, the world's coming to the end, and I'm just like, I'm not even going to watch it. Because if that's your title, like, I don't need that negativity now. You know, sometimes he'll post stuff like, all these foods are disappearing. What's going to happen in 2024? We're all going to go underground. Prep now. You know, it's a little much for me. But sometimes he does put out, like, he'll go to a Kroger and he'll show the Kroger discounts. Or on one today, he's talking about Aldi. So I'm open to listening to those, you know, for tips. And sometimes I like to see, you know, even though I see the sales ad, sometimes I just look at certain things, and then another channel will be like, oh, and don't forget about this. So, like, another one I watch, and I'm horrible with these names. I know I'm the worst. But Shanna something, but Shanna Saves or something, but she goes through like the Kroger ad, and she's going through item by item, showing everything in the ad. And then what I like about hers is she also integrates it with Ibotta. So comment below if you use Ibotta. If you don't use Ibotta, I'll get you a referral code. But she goes, so she'll talk about, you know, hey, if you buy this at Kroger, this is the sell price, and this is the discount or the weekly digital. Plus on Ibotta, when you buy it, you get like an extra $1 cash back. So yeah, you're not getting it, you know, immediately, but you know, if you stack up your Ibotta. So like earlier this week, and I know they're not the best, but Beggins, bacon treats for dogs, they're $3.69 a bag, but Kroger had a coupon if you buy 2 bags, you get $6 off. And it could go for any of the sizes of the bags, right? So what I like about Kroger is when you click on a coupon, then you could do shop deal, and it'll show you all the items that are under that deal, as long as I don't throw my coffee down. So when I did that, I picked out, of course, the 2 that were like $3.69, grabbed them. So I only paid 69 cents a bag, right? But then on Ibotta, when I went to claim that on Wednesday, Ibotta also had, if you buy 2 bags of bacon, you get $6 back. Now, it looked like they had a size limit, but they accepted the bags. So they paid me to take these. So Ibotta gave me $6 and Kroger gave me $6 for something that only cost $7.40. And I got $12 back for it. So I made money off that deal. So I like to do that too, and that's why I like Shanna's channel, because she'll explain. My main issue with Ibotta is they're very focused on packaged foods, like hence Beggins, that's a packaged food. They generally will do like either 10 cents or 25 cents for just loading your receipt. So you get that, slowly increment. I mean, I use, and let me know if you use any of these others, but I use Fetch for my receipts. I use Fetch. I use Receipt Pal and Ibotta. So yeah, it's not a lot, but over time it adds up. So like Receipt Pal, I've already gotten $50 on Amazon, and then on Fetch, I've also done $50. So over time, I made $100, and all I had to do was take a second to clip or, take a picture of the receipt. So over time, you eventually get it. It might take a year or so, right? But, so I do those things. I'm just kind of like, a penny here, a penny there. Eventually you got $1, right? And so those are little things I do when it comes to budget is, finding ways to either get money back or raising what you have, right? Because, honestly, you can only cut so much out. But, those little things, I feel like, well, might as well get, whatever for a coupon or a receipt rather. So yeah, I do that. That's my problem. I don't get to use Ibotta a lot because, again, they don't give a lot of coupons for actual produce or meats. It has to be some kind of package thing. And I get it. I'm sure their model is those big companies give more credits than just a general produce or meat. Every once in a while, they'll have an any item coupon that I might be able to use, like any item bacon or something. And, you never know. Like sometimes I have gotten a canned good or like olive oil or avocado oil and been able to use Ibotta and get a little more cash back eventually. So yeah, that's what I use. I'm anxious to hear if you have any other good budget saving type apps that you would recommend. I'm all ears, y'all. It doesn't bother me. I've always been a person, like I know some people hate doing mail-in rebates or rebates of any kind and don't want to deal with that. I am good at that. Like if I buy something and they're like, oh, it's a mail-in rebate, as soon as I get home, I'm putting that in because I do it right then, get it, and I'm all like, anyway, I get some money back? Yes, sign me up. So I do all of that stuff, any of the receipts, any of that. It doesn't bother me the little bit of time. I figure, how many hours do I spend like just watching TV or YouTube and stuff? While I'm watching that, I can be doing these other things. So to me, it's not a waste of time because it's not taking away any time from, anything else, in my opinion. But I'm always open. I want to hear what y'all think. So I am got to get back to work. It is a busy, busy day, and our systems are trying to play, let's just have a slow day. So I'm like, no, I want you to go faster. It's what my lunch again is. Of course, it's the salad. So it's radicchio And again, I used the same bacon and then made that the bacon grease to make a salad dressing, a little apple cider vinegar. And then I've got my fermented foods and my olives and, of course, an avocado. So that's my lunch today. Oh, and I'll probably have a little bit of this. I think I technically have, no, you can't see. I technically have 1 serving left, but I might split it into 2. But I love this stuff, y'all. It's really expensive. It's $6.50 for this little jar, but it's so good. But as an occasional thing, I think it's great. Another grocery haul. So today I went to Jovi's and Aldi just for a couple things. But, I mean, you can see it's a lot of produce. Are we vegetarians now? No. So what I got at Jovi's, we'll start there. They still have the sweet potatoes, 20 cents a pound. So I got 2 of those. This orange is for making that Christmas kraut. They also had heads of cabbage for 60 cents a pound. So I grabbed one of those. Mushrooms were $1.57. And then the avocados were still 33 cents each. The jalapenos were $1.07 a pound, so that's pretty cheap. The bell peppers and cucumbers were still 3 for $1 each. And then the onions were 57 cents a pound. And then the olive oil, because I'm almost out, and this was a good price. It was $4 and something for 17 ounces. And it is just olive oil, because you have to really check, because they did have a few that said, you know, olive oil mixed with canola, and I was just disappointed. They had the green beans, these cans for 48 cents, so I was just like, well, we'll grab a couple of those. And then I got, because Jovi's is a subsidiary of HEB, so they had the frozen Brussels sprouts for $1.05 a bag, so I grabbed a couple of those. And then the main reason I went again was the leg quarters. So this is a 10-pound bag. It's in a bag. It's their bag because I don't want it leaking everywhere. But it's a 10-pound bag, 37 cents a pound, so $3.70. And this is going to be Heath's lunches for the week. And then the whole milk was cheaper there. It was $2.37 for a gallon. And then also the heavy cream, I only paid $4.18 for the 32 ounce. And that's the cheapest I could find around here. And then after that, then I went to Aldi. He needed more tissues, he says. So that's $1.05 for the tissue box. They had these on sale for $2 something. The feta cheese stuffed olives. So yum. And then this is the cheapest place to find cream cheese. It's still $1.39, so I went ahead and grabbed 4 of them. So I spent $9 at Aldi and $28 at Jovi's, and then that's it. We're done. Hi, y'all. Happy Saturday. I've got my Dutch, and this is, oops, sorry, just putting it back. So it's a shout out to a channel member that joined the Buy Me a Coffee. So on Buy Me a Coffee, you can either do a one-time, donation or whatever, one time, I don't know, you could just buy me a coffee, like one coffee, or you could sign up as a channel member on there. So thank you to our newest channel member, and you could either do it on a monthly basis, or I found out you could pay for a whole freaking year and save even more. So thank you, you know who you are. I really appreciate you. That is so awesome. And thank you for being a channel member, and thank you for buying me coffee today. I really appreciate it. You know, we love our Dutch. So I'm on my way to Sprouts, and the light is going, so I gotta go. All right, y'all. Finally sitting down to eat today. I've been so busy going to the stores and all. And so I'm having kind of a big meal, since it's like my only meal. So we have that leftover lamb stew from the Friday night feast. And then, so I had to go make a trip to Sprouts so I could get the Lily's chips, so I could make the peppermint fudge. And that's all I went, so that's why I didn't show it. But while I was there, one of the ladies that works there was telling me that they had manager specials on the salad kits for 99 cents. So I went back there and looked and found one, and basically it's got escarole and cauliflower and broccoli and radicchio and, I don't know, frisee, whatever else is in there. So got a bag of that. We'll definitely get a couple meals out of it. And then I've topped it with all kinds of ferments. So I've got my fermented bell peppers, sauerkraut, kimchi, carrots. This is a fermented cucumber. And, I also made some bacon for it. And then my dressing is just a simple apple cider vinegar and olive oil mixed together, some salt, and put on top. And then I'll have some olives on the side here. And then I've also got a whole avocado. And then I cream cheese stuffed and used our winter spice on the jalapenos and mushrooms. And then I'm going to drink this V pumpkin pie water. And I think this should be very filling and warming and comforting. And yay! This is Sunday, my lunch or breakfast. It's a first meal of the day. So brunch, right? It's a salad. So I've got the rest of my radicchio, the rest of that salad mix from yesterday. Got avocado, olives, as you see. I boiled eggs. Look at how perfect that boiled egg is. The little bit of liquid is just my dressing, but look how beautiful that is. So properly boiled egg, and then I've got fermented carrots, sauerkraut, kimchi. And then for our meats, we have some of that cook's ham, pepperoni, and bacon. So basically a chef salad. You see I've got some cheese there, the rest of the Gruyere cheese. Plus there's some sharp cheddar mixed in. And yeah, that's our salad. On the side, I've got my kefir. So I'm getting a full cup of kefir, and I mixed in some of the flax seed in it. And yeah, that's my lunch today. Sunday night dinner, y'all. I am so spoiled. My man, the HungryHeath, smoked some leg quarters, and he seasoned it with the Redmond's lemon pepper. That stuff is so good. And then I have here a sweet potato fries. I did it in the air fryer. And this is only a quarter of one of those sweet potatoes. That's it. And then over here, cream cheese stuffed jalapenos and mushrooms, also topped with the Redmond's lemon pepper, some of our homemade pickles, half an avocado with Redmond's smoked salt, a little bit of turmeric, and then I put some olive oil in there just to kind of up the fat. And I did drizzle some olive oil over my chicken as well, just trying to get that fat up there since it's still pretty lean. And then I was like, you know what? I think the next 3 days I'm not going to have coffee. I'm just going to try to just drink water. And so I'm going to have another cup of coffee tonight. This is more of that Italian espresso from my 12 Days of Christmas coffee package. And I topped it. I did some foamed whipped cream and then my pumpkin spice seasoning on top. No drama llama. And then also I've got water here. So that is my dinner. So excited. Y'all need to let me know, do you enjoy leg quarters? Because we don't buy them too often, but at 37 cents a pound, and there was 11 of them in there. So, and that was a 10-pound bag. I mean, that's just so cheap, y'all. So that's, so they were basically, I guess, about 35 cents for each leg quarter, or 33 cents, something around there for each leg quarter. And Heath is going to eat on that for his lunches all week, so that he's got 9 left. So a couple days he could have 2 of those leg quarters, or maybe he'll have one for dinner and one for lunch. But I think that is such a cheap way to get some protein in. I mean, cheap. So this whole meal, probably less than $1, because I know the avocado was 33 cents and we each had half an avocado. The sweet potato was 20 cents per pound, but again, we're only using half of one of those. And then the jalapenos and mushrooms. So I'm thinking $1, maybe $1.50 a plate. That's it. That is cheap. Happy Tuesday, and I'm using this mug my company. I won't show the whole name, but you can see it says financial. I work for a bank. But anyways, I love it. I love it. Like, honestly, I know I've mentioned this before, but I absolutely loved math and science, like my whole life, in college and everything. Well, until I got to Calculus 3, and then I think I was burned out at that point of math. But I was so headstrong into science and medicine. And really, if I had looked at it more holistically and just knowing my background, because even my mother was always good at math, because like her friends would always take her because they would say, okay, this is on sale for 30% off, so how much is it? And she would be able to do it off the top of her head. So that was before you had phones with calculators, right? So, and then here's a little tidbit. When I was a child, I could do my numbers before I could do my alphabet. So, like, yeah, I knew it, but she said I would get bored of saying my ABCs. Like, I would start and I'd be like, bored. And, but if she was like, okay, count to, 20, I could do that. Count by 5s to 100, by 10s to 100. Like, boom, I could do that. And that was like when I was 4 or whatever. Whenever kids usually know their alphabet, I knew my numbers. And so I've always been a numbers person. So I should have looked at it more holistically. And in college, I really should have, instead of being pre-med, and I didn't end up going. But anyways, instead of being pre-med, I should have done finance. I think I would have ended up being, like, it would have been a better suit. I mean, I love medicine. That's what always drew me to it, is because it's like a kind of a mystery, but I like learning how everything works and studying it. Like, I thought the kidneys are the most fascinating organ to me. I just absolutely love learning about all about the kidneys. They're just nephrology. I was like, oh my gosh, that's so much fun. But anyways, but math, I've always good at, right? Until, yeah, Calculus 3, I just kind of checked it in. I was just like so done with it. And by that point, they're pulling out spreadsheets. We had to do PowerPoint presentations. I was like, this ain't math. And group projects. I was like, I like math because I don't have to do a group project. Why are you making me do a group project now? So, yeah. 20-year-old Shelly, like, if I could go back, I'd be like, look, girl, look, just change it to finance and you're going to be awesome. I think I would have been able to just stick with it and probably would have gotten a lot further than just having that side. If I had followed through, yeah, but it just got to a point where it was just way too expensive and I wasn't even in medical school yet, So anyways, long story. But I love what I'm doing now. I love working in a bank. I love all the math and the numbers. And I'd had a couple people who told me before, yeah, why don't you work at a bank? And I was like, because they don't pay nothing. Yeah, if you're just a teller, they don't really pay anything. But once you get above that, then yeah, I'm earning pretty good. As far as comparable to like customer service, like when I did customer service is, kind of entry. That's what Heath is doing now. I mean, I did get up to a point where I did earn really good, but I was like a supervisor. So anyhow, so I love what I do now. I love my job. So my company last year, I think, sent me this nice insulated mug, and what I like is the lid's a screw top lid. I've talked before about, the ones that just suction, they end up failing, and then I know I could buy another lid, but I don't yes, I could buy another lid, but then I gotta spend money on it. So anyways, Oh, hold on. Somebody's talking to me about a wire. I'm working wires this week. So anyways, yes, I'm having my coffee. Yesterday was Monday. Oh my gosh, what a crazy day. But I was doing a full 24 to 36 hour water fast. That was hard, y'all. And I do follow Mindy Pell's recommendations of when's the best time to fast for a woman. So I'm definitely in this is the best time. The first 10 days are the best time. So it's the best time for me. But I think what it is, I really wanted to do a 3-day water fast. And I try to do those about every other month. I know she says once a quarter, but I feel like where I'm at metabolically and so forth, every other month is probably a good option for me. But I think the cold weather, it just was not yesterday. I was drinking even the electrolytes. I even got the unflavored electrolytes, which not my favorite thing, but it tasted okay. It wasn't, I heard some people say, oh, when they taste the electrolytes, it's sweet to them, or it tastes really good. It was borderline good. It was drinkable, but it wasn't oh, I gotta have more. So I don't think my electrolytes were really that low because I wasn't craving that, and it didn't taste great to me. Because I've had it before where I'm oh my gosh, keep pouring this, it tastes so good. I think it's just the cold weather. Just and it could also be the chicken. I really think chicken doesn't sit well with me. So anyways, I got through it though, right? I got through it. 36 hours. Well, it's actually 39 right now, but I'm having my coffee. I'm I gotta have my coffee. So I told Heath, I said, Tuesday, please make my coffee. I know I told you not for 3 days, but no, I just can't. I gotta have my coffee. So I'm having my coffee with my MCT oil, which I feel like I kind of miss because I don't do the MCT on the weekend just to make it stretch further. And so I didn't do it all weekend, and I didn't do it yesterday, of course, because it was just water. And so I do miss that MCT. So I think maybe that could have been a part of it. My body was just okay, we need more ketones. We're used to that MCT oil giving us ketones. So I've got my MCT and butter in here. Tastes delicious. This is my 12 days of coffee Christmas, and which was my job's Elfster, which was really cool. So I love that. And today's is cinnamon swirl. I don't taste a huge amount of cinnamon, but it does taste good. So I'm happy with it. And I hope you're having a good day. Tell me, because I've seen, you know how Facebook is. I'm getting all kinds of ads for different coffee companies. One company I do like is Grounds and Hounds, and they put out a peppermint mocha, which I'm so tempted, but I'm no, you got enough coffee. It's okay. But I want to know, what coffee brand do you enjoy the most that you buy and keep on hand? What is your favorite? Because I hear, different people, they're oh, this is the one brand I always get. So it could be either a brand you order online or a brand you get at your local grocery store. What's your favorite coffee brand that you're yeah, that's my go-to? I'm just curious and broaden my horizons. I'd like to try different brands of coffee. So let me know what your favorite is, please. Well, this is another Warden report. Wow, time goes so fast, doesn't it? I hope y'all enjoy this week. I can't wait to read all of your comments. If you made it to here, do hashtag holidays. I don't know. So thank y'all so much for watching. If you do enjoy this content, please give it a thumbs up. That really does help the channel. And if you're new here and this was entertaining at all, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. And please stay tuned to see all of our wonderful channel members. Thank y'all so much for your continued support. We so appreciate you. And can't wait to see you on the 30th. That is our channel member live this month is on the 30th. So if you didn't get the email and you're a channel member, please let me know. Message me right away or comment below and I'll make sure you get that. Bye.